There was a seeker after truth who came into the presence of a Sufi saint, and the being said to the saint, "I've been a seeker after truth all of my life, and I believe that if I follow the Sufi way, that I might find that truth." And the Sufi saint looked at him and said, "I can see that your conditioned mind as to the meaning of truth, that you would not benefit from the experience, but follow me if you will." So they set out on a journey, and at midday the next day, when they had need to rest and take repast under the shade of a tree, the Sufi saint said to the seeker, "Can you hear that sound?" And the seeker said, "Yes, it's like a hum." And the saint said, "Perhaps it is that there are bees trapped inside the trunk of this tree. Let's drill a hole and see." And the seeker said, No, we don't have time for that. I'm a seeker after truth." So they got up from under the tree and went on their way. Well, the next day, at the same time, when they were seeking rest and sustenance under another tree at midday, several men came by carrying large jugs. And when they exchanged pleasantries, the men said, "Oh, we were just passing a huge tree. We heard a hum, so we drilled a hole, and we found a cache of honey. We're taking it to market, and we're going to be rich." So the saint and the seeker went on their way. And the next day, as had become their habit, they had to sit and find shade in the heat of the day to drink and eat. And as they were sitting, the Sufi saint said, Can you hear that rumble?" And the seeker said, "Yes." So the saint put his ear to the ground, and he said, "It seems that there are ants trying to make a nest, and they've found some blockage. Perhaps if we dig in this spot, we can release them." And the seeker said, No, we don't have time to be digging anything. We're seeking truth." So they got up from where they were and went on their way, and again the next day a group of men came by. They were laughing and joyous, and after pleasantries they said, "Yes, we sat down to rest and we heard a rumble, so we dug there, and there were some ants trying to make a nest, and they were blocked in their way by a box, and the box was full of gold, and now we're rich." So the saint and the seeker went on their way, and then they came to a large river, and the ferry boat was there to carry them across. But then the saint said to the seeker, "Oh, wait just a moment. I see a fish in great distress in the water just there. Let's stop and see what we can do." No, said the seeker. "Come, the ferry boat's waiting. Let's get on the ferry. We're seeking truth." So they crossed the river, and of course by that time it was evening, so they had to take rest in a little inn that was on that side of the river. And the next morning, when they came out to resume their travels, there was the ferry boat man. He was ecstatic because he said, you know, yesterday that the saint pointed out to me the fish in distress, so when I went back I looked for it, and I found that it couldn't dive because it had a stone in its throat, and that stone was a great diamond, and now I'm taking to Joe, I'm going to be very rich. And so just then the saint turned to the seeker and he said, 3 times you've been presented with truth, and 3 times you have rejected what that experience of truth is. Now it's time to part our ways. And the Sufi saint turned around and was just taking a few steps down the road when in front of the very eyes of the seeker after truth, the Sufi saint disappeared. What's the deep meaning of this story for us?
That seeking truth is not like a straight path, and it's not like found in scriptures. It's presented by life in whatever form it comes.
Yes. Absolutely. And brings its riches. Brings its riches. Truth.
Well, maybe a misunderstanding of what truth was. He didn't know truth was practical. He thought it was a fake or something.
Are we still thinking that something, that there is a goal that we must hasten towards? We still need to keep seeking and endlessly seeking?
It's interesting because all 3 of those examples